I hate doing slides, but I have to. Whether it's for sales, for courses, for YouTube video. And sure, tools like Gamma.ai or Beautiful.ai exist, but you still end up copy-pasting, prompting, and fixing slides. What a waste of time. There had to be a better way, and I found it. I built zero-effort AI agent workflow that turns any file, literally any, into a polished presentation using the new Gamma API and few other tricks. No edits, no prompts, no coding. By the end of this video, you will see how I did it and how you can replicate it in minutes. This is the kind of stuff we do in my community on School, CCGG, where we use custom GPTs and powerful Claude Code workflows for real business use. No complexity, no code, no tweaking prompts. If you want powerful AI workflows for your business or to improve your productivity, you're gonna love it. Link is in the description below. Let's roll. So here I'm in my affiliation, CCGG affiliation program. I'm working on it. And in the frame of this program, I will need to create materials, presentation to explain many different aspects of the program, right? And so instead of doing it manually or even going on Gamma.ai and pasting context, pasting text, generating the presentation and so on, what I want to do here is to go on working on my project inside Claude Code and just push presentation to Gamma automatically. And so the way to do it is to use the Gamma API. So that one. And really, it's pretty easy to teach Claude Code how to use this API by just taking the documentation URL, pasting it in Claude Code and explaining what you want to do, which is in this case, we want to be able to create a presentation using the Gamma API, turn any documents that we designate inside the project folder into a presentation, Gamma presentation, right? And so the way to do it is having Claude Code understand the API. So you paste the address of the API and then Claude Code will just develop the Python function necessary to allow you to turn a document that you have inside your project folder into a Gamma presentation. Okay. I won't show you the details because it's really, really basic. Like you just explain what you want to do. You give the API documentation, Claude Code will figure it out and create the files to do it. The only thing that I wanted in additional to that is to have a sub-agent that can process a document and make it better fit for a presentation. It's not related to Gamma, it's more related to the amount of information you want to be on slide. And so I have these agents here, this guy here, slide optimizer, which is there. Okay, that is from core mission to transform dense slide content into digestible presentation code. Guess what? To create this agent, I just use Claude Code as well. Okay, so I work on the specification with Claude Code here, and then I ask Claude Code to create actually the sub-agent here. It's just like speaking to Claude Code about what you want, and it will do it for you. Really straightforward. Anyways, and here what I'm currently doing, if I work inside this project, I already have everything. I can just mention a file. I don't know, I can take one. Let's suppose I take this file here, and I want to turn it into a presentation. So what I would just say is I open a Claude Code session here and I say, hey, I want you to turn the slide 03 how to use.md into a presentation using Gamma. And just I validate this and now it will do the job automatically. It's reading the file, it's sending the content of the file to the slide optimizer agent that is there. Here it's calling the agent. You can see in sub-agent, description of the agent, prompt. Once again, I'm showing you the details, but if you are in the execution, you don't need to see these details. It's just doing it for you. So it's reading the Gamma slide generator.py, which is the script that will work with the Gamma API, push information to the Gamma API, ensure that the presentation is created by Gamma automatically. So now what it's doing, it's processing the source document and tweaking it so that it's better fit for a slide presentation, you know, with not too much information per slide. Really, it's more slide presentation optimization here. And that's the job of this AI agent, the slide optimizer.md, okay? And so this is what it's doing. It's formatted in JSON, but you don't have to take care of this. When Claude Code creates the Python script to work with the Gamma API, it knows what kind of format it needs. And so it's just cleaning a bit the source file, extracting the right information, formatting it using best practices in terms of presentation on slides, and then formatting it so that the Gamma API can receive it correct, okay? And so of course I validate this. So perfect, slide optimizer has created the JSON structure. Now I will generate the Gamma presentation using the Python script. So I say yes, and now it will just work with the Gamma API to create the presentation. And that's pretty much it. Finally, I have my presentation, 9 optimized slides, credits use 39 credits on the Gamma API, because to work with the Gamma API, you have to consume credits, AI credits. You have 8,000 credits. Actually, this is what I have with my current subscription, which means one presentation consumes 40, 8,000, 40. It's nothing. Okay, that's just 9 slides, but still. And okay, let's see what the slides looks like. There it is. Okay, it's clean. Template. Looks good, right? Blah, blah, blah. And that's it. Of course, I can edit them if I want. I can even use the agent feature of Gamma to edit them the way I see fit. But hey, that's crazy, right? So here you can see you can, in any project you're working on with Claude Code, you can, in few minutes, you can create the function to be able to generate presentation from whatever documents you have in the project using the Gamma API. Super easy. First, you take the URL of the documentation. Second, you ask Claude Code to analyze the documentation and create the function so that you can make API calls to the Gamma app and create presentation. 3, of course, you get your API keys in Gamma. It's pretty obvious, pretty straightforward. And 4, if you like, the way I did it, you create a special agent that will reformat any document so that it's better fitted for a slide format. And that's it. And you can do this with pretty much any tool that has an API. You can equip whatever project you're working on with the tool that you need using API. Of course, there are also MCP servers, which is another way to equip your project or Claude Code with tools. But another way I like is using any API, just having Claude create the right Python script to make the API calls and potentially use sub-agents to prepare the work so that it's better fit for the API. Now, what I want to do here is to transfer this function, this tool that allows me to create presentation using the Gamma AI Bit API. I want to transfer that into another project. Actually, that's the same project, but I've transferred it in another folder. And in the new folder there, I don't have this function. So this is what I explain here. I just open Claude Code. Let me make this bigger. Open Claude Code and I explain, hey, the project has moved to another folder. I want you to basically copy this tool's function, including the sub-agent that I have here that's optimize any documents for the slide format, and then the API call that is handled by all these files here. I wanted to transfer that in the new folder. And so it has created this plan, what will be created, the setup guide, slide optimizer, sub-agents, the Python script to call the Gamma API, and all the required dependency, of course, testing workflow, troubleshooting guide. And though the structure of the work will be prerequisite, we check that we have Python and everything set up, and the .env file as well, where the API key will be. Ensure that we have this ready in the new folder, and then create sub-agent, create Python script, install Python dependency, test the system, complete workflow with an example. Everything will be gathered inside a document, Gamma system setup instructions, and guess what? I can put it in the new folder and have Claude Code work on it and implement this new function. As easy as that. So I approved, and now it will work. And that's it. I have my comprehensive transfer document here. This is what is included inside, the setup instructions, some additional resources, and how to use these documents. In the new project folder, I will just tell Claude Code to read this file and implement the complete Gamma presentation system exactly as specified. Claude Code will create all that. Let's do it. That's the new folder. I just paste the document here, and we can see the document quickly. Prerequisite, step 1, create the agents, and information about the agents, output format, workflows, quality checklist, blah, blah, blah. Example. This is the agent, right? Edge cases. And once again, you don't have to read all that. Then step 3, install Python dependency. Step 4, verify .env file where you have the Gamma API key, complete workflow example, and then test the whole stuff. Python pass configuration, protected JSON, etc. Okay, these are a bunch of technical stuff, a bit boring. You don't have to read that, just to show you what is inside. I will copy my .env file. So now we will open Claude Code and tell it exactly, please read Gamma system setup instructions.md and execute what is inside to install this capability of creating presentation using the Gamma API with the right sub-agents and everything set up. It's reading the information here in the file. And now it's executing the setup guide. It would first create the sub-agent, then create the Python script to call the Gamma API, install Python dependencies, verify the .env file exists, test the system. So here it's creating the sub-agent. You can see there is a new folder here with the sub-agent here. Now it's creating the Gamma slide generator.py. And you can see here, I'm not doing any code here. It has generated the Python script. Now it's installing the dependencies, the resources that you will need to run the Python script, testing if I have the variables that allows to connect to the Gamma API ready. And yes, it's there. Now it's testing it. And that's it. The installation is complete. And there is a review about the installation and everything is good. Now I can do exactly what I showed you in the previous video or in the previous part of this video. You can just take whatever file here and ask a presentation to be created from it. And Claude AI will take care of everything, call the sub-agents, prepare the the document, the source document, so it's well fitted for a slide presentation, and then use the Gamma API to have Gamma created that automatically. And that's the test presentation, by the way. Okay, nothing fancy, but just to test that everything is working. And it is. Last thing I will do, I will say, hey, clean up the test files and all the files that you use to create this new feature and document it in the Claude.nd so that the next Claude Code session knows exactly what capabilities it has and knows how to create a presentation using Gamma from a source document or whatever I give it to as a source. It's removing the test slide.json, which is just a test document, test file. It's documenting the Gamma system in Claude Code. In Claude.nd, I consider it as a system prompt so that any Claude Code session I will start in this folder will know the key information and what it should do inside this folder. That's it. Cleanup complete, documentation up to date, and this is what future Claude session will know, how to use the Gamma function. For me, it's really game changer. Once again, each time I'm working on a specific project, I need a tool to do whatever, a presentation, maybe a video, maybe whatever. If there is an app I know is doing the job, and as an API, I can plug it on my project in minutes and use it in an automated way. That's super powerful.